There's a specific kind of exhaustion that shows up when you've been trying to improve yourself for years and it's still hard. Not hard in a this takes effort way, hard in a why does everyone else seem to have an easier time with this way? You know the feeling. You read the books, you try the strategies, you understand the concepts, and yet something still doesn't click. The same patterns repeat, the same friction shows up. And at some point, you start wondering if maybe you're just broken. That word gets used a lot, broken. Like there's a version of you that's supposed to work smoothly, and you're the defective model. And here's what I want you to consider. That's not what's happening. You're not broken. You're running old internal rules. And that distinction, that one shift in how you see what's going on, changes everything. Because if you're broken, the solution is to fix yourself, to try harder, to find the missing piece. But if you're running old rules, the solution is completely different. This video is about why friction doesn't mean failure, why the strategies you built to survive don't just dissolve when life gets safer, and why understanding this is the first step toward actually changing how you operate, not just understanding why you operate the way you do. This won't give you a quick fix. It won't tell you that awareness alone is enough, but it will help you stop treating yourself like a problem to solve and start seeing yourself as a system that can be redesigned. Let me start with something most people don't realize. Internal rules are formed during survival phases. What does that mean? It means that the way you approach relationships, work, rest, conflict, visibility, most of that was decided when you were young or stressed or under pressure. You weren't sitting down calmly designing a life philosophy. You were adapting. You were learning what kept you safe, what got you approval, what minimized pain. And those adaptations worked. That's the part people forget. The rules you are running now, they succeeded. They got you through. If you learned to stay quiet to avoid conflict, that probably worked in the environment you were in. If you learned to overperform to earn love, that probably got you the validation you needed. If you learned to expect disappointment, that probably protected you from crushing hope. The problem is, survival strategies don't expire on their own. They don't come with a timer that says, okay, you're safe now, you can let this go. They keep running in the background. And because they worked once, your system assumes they still apply, even when the environment has changed completely. So you end up in situations where you're no longer in danger, but you're still operating like you are. You're no longer striving for acceptance, but you're still performing like your worth depends on it. You're no longer around people who punish vulnerability, but you're still guarding yourself like you are. And here's where it gets confusing. The friction you feel isn't proof that you're doing something wrong. It's proof that the old rule doesn't fit the new context. Let's sit with that for a second. When you feel resistance, when something that should be simple feels heavy, your first instinct is probably to assume you're the problem, that you're overthinking, that you're too sensitive, that you're sabotaging yourself. But what if the resistance is actually your system trying to follow an outdated instruction? What if the heaviness isn't a flaw in you? It's a mismatch between the rule you're running and the life you're trying to live. That's not the same as being broken. That's being human. Here's the second piece. Old rules feel true even when they're outdated. This is why logic doesn't override them. You can know intellectually that you are safe, that you are valued, that you are allowed to rest, and still feel on a visceral level that those things aren't true. Because the rule isn't stored in your logic, it's stored deeper. It's in your nervous system. It's in your reflexes. It's in the automatic thoughts that show up before you even realize you're thinking them. And when something is that deeply embedded, trying to think your way out of it doesn't work. It's like trying to convince your hand not to pull away from a hot stove. The response happens faster than thought. So when people say, just let it go, or just trust yourself, or just be confident, they're talking to the wrong system. They're trying to update software with a conversation, and that's not how this works. The third thing, trying to fix yourself often makes it worse. Because when you approach yourself like you're broken, you bring urgency, you bring shame, you bring the assumption that something is fundamentally wrong with you. And that energy doesn't create safety, it creates more pressure. And pressure, that activates the very rules you're trying to move past. If your old rule is, I have to be perfect to be acceptable, then treating your imperfection as a crisis just reinforces that rule. If your old rule is, I can't trust my own feelings, then panicking about your anxiety just confirms that your feelings are the enemy. You end up in a loop, trying to fix the problem with the same logic that created it. But here's what shifts everything. What if there's nothing to fix? What if you're not broken? You're just running a system that was built for a different time. And the work isn't to repair yourself, it's to redesign the system. That's a slower process. It's subtler. It doesn't come with a dramatic before and after, but it's also the only thing that actually works. Because you're not starting from deficiency, you're starting from function. The rules you had, they worked. They kept you alive. They got you here. The issue isn't that they're bad, it's that they are old. And old things can be updated, not by force, not by shame, but by creating conditions where new rules feel safer than the old ones. So, let's tie this together. If you've been feeling stuck, if you've been wondering why change feels so hard even when you're trying, it's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because the part of you that's resisting, it's not the enemy. It's the part that's still following instructions that once kept you safe. And you might be feeling something right now. Maybe relief, maybe frustration, maybe a little bit of both. That's normal, because this reframe doesn't come with a solution yet. It just comes with a different way of seeing. And that can feel destabilizing. You might be thinking, okay, so if I'm not broken, then what do I do? And that's a fair question. But here's the thing. You don't have to do anything with this yet. Right now, all you need to do is stop treating yourself like a problem. Stop assuming that friction means failure. Stop believing that if you just tried harder, thought smarter, or wanted it more, everything would click. Because that belief, that's part of the old rule. That's the one that says effort equals worth. The one that says struggle means you're doing it wrong. And maybe, just maybe, the struggle isn't proof of brokenness. Maybe it's proof that you're trying to grow beyond a system that wasn't designed for where you are now. That's not a character flaw. That's evolution. You don't have to act on this today. You don't have to have a plan. You don't have to fix anything. You don't even have to believe this fully yet. But if there's one thing to take with you, it's this. The fact that you're still here, still trying, still questioning, still working to understand yourself, that's not evidence of failure. That's evidence of resilience. You're not broken. You're just running on old rules. And when you're ready, those rules can be rewritten